Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I just wanted to do a collective coffee quick about everything that we're seeing, and make some connections. So I think what's really interesting right now is that the Jeffrey Epstein flight logs have come out, and we are now seeing people on the left be behind what people on the right have been saying. Now the thing that's different though is that even though these folks are on the right, like the QAnon folks, QAnon has been talking about this shit since 2020, probably before. That's why I was like, oh my god, that's right, and then realized what was really going on deeper. So anyway, what I want to do is just make this connection, and I think it's really interesting that it took this much of Israel to make known how they are, but now folks with the Jeffrey Epstein things are making these connections to Israel and how that impacts us here in the United States with AIPAC, the Israeli lobby that's like in every single congressperson and anyone politician's pockets. And they are the reason that there is a law in 36 states here in the United States that you can't speak against Israel, stuff like that. So people are starting to follow the money. We've made a video on that. People are starting to understand these deep connections. QAnon calls the pedophilia and the people that do that the cabal. I don't know if you've heard that term. The cabal is a term for the evil 1%, right? And so I don't want to lose anybody because I really want these connections to be made. As a person who pays attention to all sides of things, it's really exciting to see this bridge be crossed by the movement that has been fighting for human rights for the past 3 months. There's a huge awakening happening right now, and it's another level of the awakening that we've been experiencing since 2020 specifically. The only thing is that people have to wake up to understanding that Trump was in on this as celebrity, very wealthy, and that's where QAnon loses a lot because they believe Trump was put in here to be a spy, and he's working with the aliens. We've talked about this before. That's what they believe. I believe that Trump is just as guilty as everyone else, and that AIPAC uses a lot of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein have ties to Mossad, and Mossad is a spy organization from Israel, Israeli spies. And then in Turkey yesterday, Turkey police, I guess, found 33 Mossad spies in Turkey. You guys are, stop it. And so these connections are being made. I just want to make another connection to Hollywood. I mentioned it, by saying about with Donald Trump, but Hollywood is very much run by Zionists. That's why we're not seeing celebrities speak up, or even speaking up in favor of Israel, right? So a lot of people, celebrity culture is pretty much dead, but not all the way. So if you're still a part of that, that's a place to start decolonizing from. In my opinion, celebrities are paid to influence, just like influencers are paid to influence, and a lot of people haven't spoken up on Israel and Palestine specifically in the past few months because of being paid by an Israeli company. I mean, the depths of this are very global, right? I also just wanted to quickly talk about how Israel came out yesterday saying that Netanyahu is talking to African countries, specifically Congo, Rwanda, and what was the other one? Congo was the one yesterday, but then I saw that Rwanda and one other country, thank you, were he was also talking to them about sending the Palestinians to that land, right? Like forced migration to Africa. So the thing about it is that Palestinians are on their land. Israel is stealing that land. And there is a genocide happening called the silent genocide in Congo right now. If you haven't heard about it, it is forced labor for women and children and civilians to mine cobalt and coltan, which are used for our smart devices, Tesla batteries, things like that. And so the conversation around Israel and Palestine has really expanded to include Sudan and Congo specifically as other places that we need to apply pressure. And so for Netanyahu to be talking to those countries, or Congo specifically, is really heart-wrenching. He wants to send them from one genocide to another. Also, you know, Congo is an African country, right? So Palestinians being sent there would be noticeable. They would be refugees. They're already refugees on their own land. So all that to say is that things are doing that. If you haven't heard, Israel bombed Lebanon. What was it, 2 days ago? Beirut, which is the capital, and killed a top Hamas leader. So that has made Hamas escalate and also pull back on any hostage negotiations for the time being. Lebanon has been being agitated by Israel since October 7th. Israel has been bombing South Lebanon, but the capital is like more landlocked, I guess. So and they had like precision bombing because they took out the Hamas leader and only injured a few other people. All that to say is that if they have precision bombing, and we've seen this, I've seen this. Hey! You gotta leave them alone while they're eating, Niall. Are you okay? Sorry, dogs. I tell you and I tell you, you gotta leave him alone. I told you earlier he's gonna snap at you if you keep touching him. Alright, I'm gonna have to let y'all go, but I just wanted you to know that's what's going on. Pay attention to the connection of Epstein with Israel. Also, South Africa has filed a genocide, I don't know what the word is, but they filed something to call for Israel to be charged with genocide, and they filed that with the International Justice Court or something. It's not the ICC, which is the International Criminal Court. It was something else. So there is a petition going on. I will put that in the description box below. There's a petition for Congo to stop the mining. It's for the big tech companies to pull out of that and stop that. And then there's another petition, I think, for the criminal court case for South Africa. I will get both of those and put them in the description box below. And I want to continue to urge you to prep. Now is the time, if you're here in America specifically, and we've watched the downfall of the society, how quickly it can happen. It's really important that you make sure you have what you need for an extended period of time, as we can see how goods have been stopped, mobility stopped, things like that. And yeah, continue to spread the word, share from firsthand experiences from the journalists and residents in Palestine. And please don't look away. Continue boycotting and do whatever you can. Have a good one.